that. And as we'll see today's verse, we're going to be talking about Sanatan Goswami, and we're going to look a little bit into Hari Bhakti Vilas because it's one of the texts that is one of the main ones that we are supposed to follow. But also, I'd like to show you guys just today. I was watching some, there's all these videos. Some ISKCON devotees put together a video. I think it's from India, but I thought it was so important. I was just, like I said, there was a couple of them, but they made this one about Maya Devi, and it's so important that we really keep tabs on how Maya affects us. It's very subtle in the way in which sometimes things happen. But I think I'm going to still show this video, and I'll maybe ask your opinion on what you think of it as well. So can someone please start with some kirtan? Is there any kirtan anyone wants to do specifically? Any specific kirtan? Maybe Jai Radha Madhav? Prabhavati Mataji, would you be kind enough?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes.
Should I put the words
up? Hare Krishna Mataji.
Okay, you know the words. Yeah. Do you want anyone to sing with you, or?
I don't mind. Anybody would like to sing, or I can sing alone.
Yeah, Swarup Prabhu, would you mind following?
Sure, Mataji.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
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 Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharvari
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
Yashodanandana Vrajagana Ranjana
Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana
Yamunatira Vanachari
Jamuna Tiro Banachare
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda Shri Radhe.
Jai Radha Gokulanand, Radha Gokulanand Sri Radhe.
Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Sri Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman.
Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman.
Jaya Radha Landaneshwara, Radha Landaneshwara Sri Radhe.
Jaya Radha Londoneshwar Radha Londoneshwar Sri Radhe.
Jaya Radha Madhava Shri Radhe.
Jaya Radha Madhav Sri Radhe.
Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra.
Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra.
Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai.
Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai.
Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva.
Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva.
Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Shila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Shila Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Srila Gurudev.
Jai Gaura Premanande, Hari Bol.
Hari Hari.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Okay, Hare Krishna, thank you so much, both of you, Prabhavati Mataji and Swarup Prabhu. That was very beautiful and very devotional. Thank you so, so much. So, moving on, Indulekha Mataji, would you mind doing the Mangla Sharan prayers, please?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Give me 1 second, please. ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथन्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्विषांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमस्ते। सत्यकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि ऋषिभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभयेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णकृष्णाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदान्त स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादिष्टारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. That was beautifully read. Thank you. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Okay, so we're still on this chapter 14. Obviously, there's just so much to this chapter. And last week we spoke about different stages of perfection. So the first stage was when a man becomes religious, or man, woman, this in the material world. The second stage is to become materially rich. Third stage of perfection is attainment of complete sense enjoyment. Fourth stage is the perfection of liberation, but above liberation is the fifth stage of perfection, is for those that are established. So this is what we should all be aiming for, to be established in Krishna consciousness or devotional service to the Lord. Already liberated devotees who reach the highest perfection of devotional service in Krishna consciousness experience the taste of the ecstasy of spiritual relish. So we spoke about that at quite length. And I've kind of found somehow Krishna's directed me to a video. So even some of the fall downs during the stages of bhakti, and how Maya will test us at each time. So I'm going to show that before we go into the next verse. The next verse is about Sanatan Goswami, who's one of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. So the Lord then told Sanatan Goswami that he had previously taught his younger brother, Rupa Goswami, at Prayag, Allahabad. The Lord assured Sanatan Goswami that he had empowered Rupa Goswami to spread the knowledge he had given him. So from what we understand, Rupa Goswami has been empowered by the Lord. The Lord then similarly ordered Sanatan Goswami to write books on transcendental loving service to Krishna, and this is what we want to aim for. at Lord Krishna, and he authorized him to excavate the different sites of Krishna's pastimes in the district of Mathura. Sanatana Goswami was also advised to construct temples in Vrindavan. So those of you that have been to the Madan Mohan temple especially, Sanatana Goswami's samadhi is also there. And that was, that's where he was worshipping. Sanatana Goswami was advised to construct temples and write books on the principles of Vaishnavism. If those of you that have been there behind, as you're doing the parikrama around the temple, you'll see that there's some books that have been buried. They've built like a big, like there's a big brick thing there. Because actually the Bhakti texts were so deep and so big, and they didn't want them to be destroyed, and they were too advanced maybe, so they've been kind of placed there for safekeeping. As because obviously so it's very high level as well, as authorized by Lord Chaitanya himself. So now then Goswami executed all of these desires of the Lord. He constructed the temple of Madan Mohan at Vrindavan, and he wrote books on the principles of devotional service. So one of the main books that, as we go deeper into Bhakti, and we kind of already do some of the practices of Hari Bhakti Vilas. So we're going to talk a little bit about Hari Bhakti Vilas in a little while. But before that, I'm going to just show you this video. And this maybe highlights some of the traps that can happen in, as we're trying to reach a more higher state of perfection, and as we're trying to improve in our stages of bhakti, there's lots of traps that can also happen. And this video, I really do hope you enjoy it. Maybe if as you're watching this, try to see, I know that obviously we have to self-reflect, because Swadhyaya is really big part of Swadhyaya is a really big part of our internal, where are we in the grand scheme of things, like where are we from inside. So I'm going to put this is it's about Maya Devi, and I thought it was a really good video just to kind of highlight some of the traps that devotees can go through in bhakti. And I don't.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Can everybody see the video and hear it?
Yes, Mataji.
You can, yeah, because I'm just going to open it up. Sorry, just a moment. Sorry, I'm just going to.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Are you sharing the screen, Mataji? Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna RadhaSevika Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Can anyone hear me?
Oh, sorry. Oh, one
I
minute.
can hear you, Prabhu.
Mataji, are you sharing the video,
Oh,
Mataji?
sorry. Is it? Can you see it?
जी प्रभु
Sorry.
जी
प्रभु जी आप बहुत अच्छा प्रचार कर रहे हो प्रभु जी हम आपकी सभी
Mm.
वीडियोस देखते हैं
Sorry,
Now
Prabhu.
we
Can you
see
see
it.
it? Oh,
Now we
now
see
you
it,
can. Okay.
Mataji.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to put it back on.
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण हरे हाँ? हम्म? हाँ? गोल्डन वाह आर यू रेडी येट फॉर गोलोक हाँ गोलोक आप कौन है देवी मैं कहाँ हूँ
माया माया
मैं तुम्हारी शुभ चिंतक वही जो तुम्हें भक्ति मार्ग में आगे लेके जाएगी
गोलोक
गोलोक काफी एम्बिशियस हो आगे आने वाली 5 सिचुएशंस में तुम जैसे रिएक्ट करोगे वो ये डिसाइड करेगा कि गोलोक नगरी अभी तुमसे कितनी दूर है या कितनी पास है
अच्छा
यस तो चलो आओ मेरे पीछे कृष्ण की ओर
माया
अरे ये तो केपीडी प्रभु जी
अरे हाँ
मैं तो इनका बहुत बड़ा फैन हूँ। अरे ये तो एकदम सेलिब्रिटी
चलो ना इनसे चल के मिलते हैं भैया
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी
प्रभु जी मेरी बहन आपकी सभी वीडियोस देखती है आपकी वीडियोस देख के ही ये भक्त बनी है
प्रभु जी ये राधे श्याम का माला है।
हाँ प्रसादी माला है हरे कृष्णा आप कहाँ से हैं प्रभु जी आप वृंदावन से ही हैं
जी प्रभु जी
आप बहुत अच्छा प्रचार कर रहे हो प्रभु जी हम आपकी सभी वीडियोस देखते हैं एक भी वीडियोस मिस नहीं करते प्रभु जी हम आपकी वीडियोस सभी को शेयर करते हैं अपने भक्तों में कि आपकी वीडियोस देख के और भी भक्तों को प्रेरणा मिले प्रभु जी
अरे बस प्रभु जी बस
आपका माया देवी वाला वीडियो कितना सुंदर था फिर से सेकंड पार्ट कब आएगा प्रभु जी
प्रभु जी वो बीच वाला था ना जिसमें माता जी वो
अरे
गजरा
भैया मुझे तो बोलने दीजिए मैं प्रभु जी से पहली बार मिल रही हूँ प्रभु जी मैं आपको देख के इतना इंस्पायर होती हूँ इतना अच्छा लगता है आपकी वीडियोस देखकर आप बस ऐसे ही भक्ति करते रहिए प्रचार करते रहिए
ये तो प्रतिष्ठा है तो माया ये तो बहुत खतरनाक है मुझे पता है ऐसी सिचुएशन में क्या डिसीजन लेना है
क्या डिसीजन लेना है मुझे भी तो बताओ
क्या मैं नहीं जानता कि ये तो माया ये प्रतिष्ठा है ये तो मुझे बर्बाद कर देगी
ओहो कृष्णदास कभी मुझे कोई बर्बाद कर देगा मेरी बुद्धि भ्रष्ट कर देगा कितने स्वार्थी हो तुम
स्वार्थी हाँ तो मुझे अपना स्वार्थ देखना है मुझे अपनी भक्ति देखनी है भाई
अगर तुम्हारी ही तरह उस दिन सनातन प्रभु ये सोच लेते और बाहर बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के लिए ना निकलते तो तुम्हें भगवत गीता मिलती ही ना तो क्या आज तुम एक भक्त बन पाते एक वैष्णव बन पाते जो तुम आज हो
हाँ लेकिन वो सीनियर है वो मैच्योर है वो ये प्रतिष्ठा को हैंडल कर सकते हैं
तो कृष्णदास तुम्हें भी तो कभी ना कभी सीनियर बनना पड़ेगा ना इस फेम को हैंडल करना सीखना पड़ेगा ना जब तक इस फेम को ओपन आर्म्स के साथ एम्ब्रेस नहीं करोगे और इस फेम के पास रहते हुए भी इससे अटैच नहीं होगे तब तक आगे कैसे बढ़ोगे कृष्णदास
क्यों एम्ब्रेस करूं मैं जब मुझे पता है कि ये प्रतिष्ठा मेरे विनाश का कारण बन सकती है तो मैं इतना बड़ा खतरा क्यों मोल लूं
तुम्हारा ये जो स्वार्थ है ना तुम पर किस कदर चढ़ चुका है कि इतने सारे जीव जिन्हें तुम बचा सकते हो भगवत मार्ग पर लेकर जा सकते हो तुम्हें उनकी कुछ पड़ी ही नहीं है
आप समझ नहीं रही हैं किसी को गड्ढे से निकालने के लिए मैं बस अपना हाथ बढ़ा सकता हूँ मुझे खुद उस गड्ढे में नहीं कूद जाना है
अरे तो तुम हाथ ही तो आगे बढ़ा रहे हो सोचो भगवान ने तुम्हें चुना है लाखों जीवों का उद्धार करने के लिए उन्हें भगवत प्राप्ति की ओर ले जाने के लिए उन्हें कृष्ण प्रेम देने के लिए
मुझे
हाँ तुम्हें तभी तो तुम्हारे लाखों फॉलोअर्स हैं
क्या मैं योग्य हूँ
अगर नहीं होते तो क्या भगवान तुम्हें चुनते लाखों जीव तुम्हारी वीडियोस से इंस्पायर होते क्या तुम्हारी वीडियोस वायरल होती
हाँ भगवान जो करते हैं उसके पीछे अवश्य कोई ना कोई कारण होता है लेकिन मैं ही क्यों
अरे तुम क्यों नहीं ये तुम्हारे पूर्व संस्कार और सुकृति का ही तो प्रभाव है कि लाखों जीव आज ये कह रहे हैं कि कृष्ण भक्ति का मार्ग कृष्ण दास से होकर जाता है।
हाँ, वैसे भी भगवान को इस सेवा के लिए किसी न किसी को तो चुनना ही था ना।
Exactly my point.
Why doesn't every home in the UK have brand new solar panels? The number one reason is not.
प्रभु जी प्लीज ब्लेस मी प्रभु जी।
I'll pray to Krishna that you may all progress in your spiritual life.
थैंक यू प्रभु जी, हमें आशीर्वाद दीजिए और भी अच्छा तरह से हम भक्ति में आगे बढ़े।
ठीक है प्रभु।
अरे एक सेल्फी तो लो ना।
Yes, sure. Anything for the pleasure of devotees. चलो सब लोग ये करो।
अब आगे बढ़े कृष्णदास।
बस 5 मिनट, 2 मिनट में आ रहा हूँ। ये लोग मुझसे कितना प्रेम करते हैं।
अब तुमने इन्हें अपना ही लिया है तो वापस आ जाना।
प्रभु जी अब नेक्स्ट कहाँ मिलेंगे, अब कहाँ भेंट होगी?
ऐसा करते हैं हम लोग ना अगले फैन मीटअप में मिलते हैं।
फैन मीटअप?
जरूर प्रभु जी जरूर, बहुत अच्छा।
मैं अपडेट कर दूंगा अपने सोशल मीडिया हैंडल पे। ओके चलो ठीक है। हरे कृष्णा। ये सब मुझसे कितना प्रेम करते हैं। आप ये फूल किसके लिए लेकर जा रही हैं देवी?
इन फूलों से मैं अपने कृष्ण के लिए एक सुंदर माला बनाऊंगी।
क्या मुझे भी कुछ सेवा मिल सकती है?
आपका नाम क्या है प्रभु?
मेरा नाम कृष्ण प्रिया। लोग मुझे प्रेम से केपीडी बुलाते हैं।
अच्छा, बहुत सुंदर। मेरा नाम नहीं पूछोगे?
हाँ बताइए ना, आपका सुंदर नाम क्या है देवी?
राधा प्रिया।
वाह, आपका नाम राधा प्रिया, मेरा नाम कृष्ण प्रिया। ये तो अद्भुत है।
बिल्कुल अद्भुत है। मैं यहाँ कृष्ण के लिए माला बनाने के लिए फूलों का चयन करने आई थी और यहाँ मुझे स्वयं कृष्ण ही मिल गए।
अरे नहीं, मैं तो कृष्ण प्रिया हूँ। मैं तो यहाँ पर सेवा के लिए आया हूँ।
लेकिन ऐसा लगता है कि राधा रानी ने आपको स्वयं सेवा में मेरी सहायता के लिए भेजा है।
जी बिल्कुल, ऐसा हो सकता है। लेकिन अब ये सेवा कुछ पल चलेगी या जीवन भर चलेगी, ये तो आप पर निर्भर करता है।
पागल। हंसी तो फंसी।
हंसी से क्या मतलब? नहीं, मुझे तो बस एक कंपेनियन चाहिए जिसके साथ मैं जीवन भर श्रवण कर सकूं, हरि कथा कर सकूं और ठाकुर जी की सेवा कर सकूं।
अच्छा, और कुछ नहीं करोगे? अब किससे बात कर रहे हैं प्रभु?
किसी से नहीं। मैं सोच रहा था कि क्या ये तुलसी कंठी माला इतनी सुंदर है या फिर आपके इसे पहनने से इस कंठी माला की सुंदरता में 4 चांद लग गए।
जी, ये मैंने bhaktitoday108.com से ली है। आप भी अपने किसी लव्ड वन के लिए वहाँ से बहुत सारी सुंदर नेकलेसेस, ईयर स्टड्स और भी ब्यूटीफुल ज्वेलरी ले सकते हैं।
अच्छा, वहाँ पर अभी कुछ ऐसा है जो आपके पास नहीं है?
हाँ है, बहुत कुछ है। आप वहाँ से ऑर्डर कर सकते हैं।
तो क्या आप मेरी वो लव वन बनेंगी? हम साथ में रहकर खूब जप करेंगे, हरि कथा सुनेंगे और मैं आपको ढेर सारे नेकलेसेस भी गिफ्ट करूंगा।
एक लव्ड वन तो मैं भी ढूंढ रही हूँ। शायद यही मेरे प्रिय कृष्ण की इच्छा है।
जी देखो ना, ठाकुर जी का ये अरेंजमेंट आपके प्रिय कृष्ण ने आपके लिए कृष्ण प्रिया को भेज दिया।
राधा प्रिया, राधा प्रिया, राधा प्रिया, राधा प्रिया।
मेरी सखियां मुझे बुला रही हैं। ऐसा करते हैं, आज शाम मंदिर के गेट नंबर 3 के बाहर मिलते हैं। फिर हम वहाँ से VMT रेस्टोरेंट चलेंगे। ओके?
अरे आज शाम को तो कथा है, वो तो कैंसिल नहीं कर सकता।
सोच लो कृष्णा, ये एक परीक्षा है।
हाँ तो यही तो परीक्षा है कि मुझे इनसे मिलने के लिए अपनी शाम की कथा कैंसिल नहीं करनी है।
क्या पता तुम्हारे ये एक हरि कथा कैंसिल करने से तुम्हें जीवन भर एक राधा रानी की प्रिय भक्त मिल जाए हरि कथा करने के लिए। जीवन भर सोचो। और आज शाम की कथा तुम ऑनलाइन भी तो सुन सकते हो ना?
हाँ बात तो सही है, लेकिन पूरे दिन में मेरा बस एक यही तो साधु संग होता है।
क्या मतलब? तो तुम ये कहना चाहते हो कि राधा प्रिया एक साधु नहीं है? उससे मिलना तुम्हारा साधु संग नहीं कहलाएगा?
नहीं, ऐसी बात नहीं है, लेकिन
देखो कृष्णदास, ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटी बार बार नहीं आती। प्यार क्या है? प्यार दोस्ती है, और तुम्हें एक दोस्त चाहिए ना। दोस्ती के बिना प्यार होता ही नहीं है, और तुम दोस्ती की शुरुआत ऐसे करोगे। इसीलिए सही डिसीजन लो, और जब तुम्हारी तरफ कोई एक कदम आगे बढ़ा रहा है तो तुम उसकी तरफ 10 कदम आगे बढ़ाओ, एकदम अपने आराध्य देव कृष्ण की तरह।
अरे हाँ, ऐसा तो मैंने कभी सोचा ही नहीं।
तो सोचो ना कृष्णदास, कितने भोले हो तुम। कहाँ खो गया?
कहीं नहीं। See you this evening then.
Take my number 108-143-108।
वाह, आपके तो फोन नंबर में भी भक्ति और प्रेम का मिश्रण है। हरे कृष्णा हरि बोल।
हरि बोल। बस बस कृष्णदास, अब आगे चले, शाम को तो मिल ही रहे हो ना, चलो।
Run your business better with simple, fast checkout for card and cash sales and start taking payments straight away.
ये कृपा है जो तुम पर हुई है, ले लो, जितना चाहे उतना ले लो।
ये सब कृपा, ये मुझे गोलोक कैसे लेके जाएगी?
अरे, जब तुम इस धन को भगवान की सेवा में लगाओगे, इससे एक बड़ा भव्य मंदिर बनवाओगे, और फिर उसमें लाखों करोड़ों भक्त आएंगे, तो सोचो भगवान कृष्ण तुमसे कितना प्रसन्न होंगे। कृष्णदास, क्या तुम्हारे ऐसे प्रचार से प्रसन्न होके भगवान तुम्हें गोलोक नहीं बुलाएंगे?
नहीं, कृष्ण की सेवा के लिए तो श्रद्धा और शरणागति की जरूरत होती है, और वैसे भी मैं तो एक कनिष्ठ भक्त हूँ। मैं इतने धन को कैसे बचा पाऊंगा? केवल एक उत्तम महाभागवत ही ऐसे धन को पूर्ण रूप से भगवान की सेवा में लगा सकता है। इतने धन से तो मेरी बुद्धि भ्रष्ट हो जाएगी।
वाह कृष्णदास वाह, कभी सोचा नहीं था कि तुम भगवान हरि की सबसे प्रिय लक्ष्मी देवी का इस कदर अपमान करोगे। तो मतलब ये लक्ष्मी तुम्हारी बुद्धि भ्रष्ट कर देंगी।
नहीं, मेरा वो मतलब नहीं था।
कितने भोले हो तुम कृष्णदास। अगर खुद ये धन नहीं बचा सकते तो ले जाकर किसी उत्तम योग्य वैष्णव को दे दो।
हाँ, ये ठीक है, लेकिन मैं एक योग्य वैष्णव कहाँ से ढूंढूंगा?
देखो कृष्णदास, थोड़ा समय लग सकता है, लेकिन खुद विचार करो। यहाँ से आगे अगर तुम सारे डिसीजन सही लेते रहोगे तो क्या पता तुम खुद ही एक योग्य वैष्णव बन जाओ।
मैं? नहीं, मुझे तो अभी बहुत समय लगेगा।
अच्छा ठीक है, एक काम करो, तुम ये धन संभाल के लेके जाकर अपनी सेफ में रख दो, और जैसे ही तुम्हें कोई योग्य वैष्णव मिले तो उसे दे देना।
लेकिन मैं अपनी सेफ में?
लक्ष्मी देवी स्वयं तुम्हारे पास आई है, और लक्ष्मी जी की क्या सेवा है? वो हमेशा नारायण की सेवा में रहती है। तो इसीलिए केपीडी, ये लक्ष्मी उठाओ और ले जाओ और जाकर हरि की सेवा में लगाओ। अगर तुम ऐसे लक्ष्मी देवी का अपमान करोगे तो क्या हरि तुमसे प्रसन्न होंगे?
ऐसी बात नहीं है, लेकिन इतना धन लेकर मेरा चिंतन कृष्ण में कैसे लगेगा?
कृष्णदास, भगवत गीता में कृष्ण क्या बोलते हैं? मात्र स्पर्शस्तु कौन्तेय शीतो अश्ना सुख दुःखः। सुख और दुख गर्मी और सर्दी के समान होते हैं, और हमें बिना bewilder हुए भक्ति में आगे बढ़ते रहना चाहिए। उसी प्रकार धन हो या ना हो, हमें बिना डिस्टर्ब हुए भगवान कृष्ण पर चिंतन करना आना चाहिए। अब यही तो परीक्षा है कृष्णदास। धन आया है तो धन लेकर भगवान कृष्ण पर चिंतन करके दिखाओ और परीक्षा में पास हो जाओ।
हे भगवान, ये मेरी कैसी परीक्षा ले रहे हो?
अब देख लो कृष्णदास, मैंने तो पहले ही बोला था, जैसे जैसे तुम डिसीजंस लोगे वही डिसाइड करेगा कि तुम गोलोक जाने लायक हो या नहीं।
ठीक है, सिर्फ सेवा के लिए।
वो तो समय बताएगा कृष्णदास।
सब सेवा के लिए। जाते ही गौशाला के लिए लाइन लूंगा, भक्तों के लिए भक्तों की सेवा करूंगा। हाँ, भक्तों के लिए आश्रम बनवाऊंगा, साधुओं की सेवा करूंगा। हाँ, अपने लिए बिल्कुल यूज नहीं करूंगा, अपने लिए बिल्कुल यूज नहीं करूंगा। हाँ।
अरे कृष्णदास, अब आगे बढ़े।
हाँ बस थोड़ा थोड़ा और थोड़ा और। हो गया हो गया हो गया।
माया माया।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
आपसे कुछ बात करनी है।
जी प्रभु जी।
प्रभु जी, आपने वो आउटरीच प्रोग्राम में जो आईवीएफ का प्रोग्राम किया था, दैट वाज अमेजिंग। चारों तरफ आप ही के चर्चे हैं। अगर आप नहीं होते तो वो प्रोग्राम कैसे होता? इतनी प्रॉपर सेटिंग, सारा अरेंजमेंट, सब जगह आपका ग्लोरिफिकेशन हो रहा है। आउटस्टैंडिंग, लव इट।
थैंक यू प्रभु जी, थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
प्रभु जी, लेकिन मैं कैसे बताऊं आपको कि वो जो सज्जन प्रिय प्रभु है ना, हमारे अथॉरिटीज ने उन्हें हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट बनाने का डिसीजन लिया है। तो बस यही मैसेज मुझे आपको कन्वे करना था।
ये क्या, सारी मेहनत मेरी और क्रेडिट इसको?
माय गॉड, इतना हार्ड वर्क करने के बाद, इतना सब कुछ करने के बाद सारा क्रेडिट उस सज्जन प्रिया को दिया जा रहा है। मुझे तो बहुत बुरा लग रहा है कृष्णा।
आई नो। ओ कृष्णा, आप तो सब जानते हो ना।
वो तो सब जानते हैं, लेकिन हाउ इज दिस फेयर? सारी मेहनत तुम्हारी और रिकग्निशन उसको।
कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं। मेहनत कृष्णा के लिए की है, उसके लिए नहीं की।
हाँ कृष्णा, मेहनत तुमने कृष्णा के लिए की है, अपने लिए की है। अब अगर तुम्हारे साथ ऐसा अन्याय होगा तो क्या तुम इसके खिलाफ आवाज नहीं उठाओगे?
तुम ना मुझे घुमाओ मत। मेहनत मैंने भगवान कृष्ण के लिए की है और मैं कृष्ण दास हूँ, ठीक है?
ये लो, घुमा तुम्हें ये अथॉरिटीज नहीं है और तुम मुझे बात बना रहे हो। अरे अगर भगवान कृष्ण के लिए भी मेहनत करी है तो वो स्वयं कहते हैं कि एक भक्त को धर्म की रक्षा करनी चाहिए। अब अगर तुम्हारे साथ ऐसा अधर्म होगा तो तुम अधर्म के खिलाफ आवाज नहीं उठाओगे, धर्म की रक्षा नहीं करोगे।
अरे तुम कहाँ धर्म अधर्म पे पहुंच गई? बस इतनी सी बात है कि ये पोजीशन सज्जन प्रिया प्रभु को मिल गई और मुझे नहीं मिली। बस इतनी छोटी सी बात है।
छोटी बात है? याद नहीं उस दिन कैसे सज्जन प्रिया ने 1100 रुपए के डोनेशन का हिसाब भी नहीं दिया था? अरे अगर ऐसे लोगों के हाथ में संस्था की बागडोर दे दी गई तो संस्था का क्या होगा, मूवमेंट का क्या होगा, प्रचार कैसे होगा? कृष्णदास, कभी सोचा है?
मुझे अपना भजन करना है। मैं इस जगत में किसी इंस्टीट्यूशन को या किसी व्यक्ति को रिफॉर्म करने के लिए नहीं आया हूँ। ये उन लोगों की सेवा है, उन लोगों का दायित्व बनता है जिन लोगों को भगवान ने इस पोजीशन पर बिठाया है।
अच्छा, रिफॉर्म नहीं करना तो क्यों लगाया अपने फैंस को गले? क्यों जा रहे हो आज राधा प्रिया के साथ डेट पर?
This must be the most popular iSmart watch on the market right now. With it, there's
क्यों उठाया इतना धन? देखो कृष्णदास, ये जो तुम बातें कर रहे हो ये सुनने में तो बहुत अच्छी है, लेकिन इस जगत में आए हो तो प्रैक्टिकल होकर तो जीना पड़ेगा ना। इसीलिए कृष्णदास, उठो, आवाज उठाओ, अधर्म के खिलाफ कुछ तो बोलो। अपने लिए ना सही तो जस्टिस के लिए कुछ तो बोलो।
क्या बोलूं? क्या बोल सकता हूँ?
सच बोलो कृष्णा, सत्य बोलो। बोलो कि कैसे सारी मेहनत तुमने करी और सारा रिकग्निशन उस सज्जन प्रिया को दिया जा रहा है। बता दो उन्हें कि अगर ऐसे लोगों के हाथ में संस्था की बागडोर दी गई, ऐसे भ्रष्ट लोगों के हाथ में अगर दी गई, तो क्या होगा मूवमेंट का?
बिल्कुल, अगर ऐसे करप्ट लोग मैनेजमेंट में बैठेंगे, गवर्नेंस में बैठेंगे, तो प्रचार तो दूर की बात है, कोई इस मूवमेंट में भक्ति भी नहीं कर पाएगा।
यस कृष्णदास, सच बोलो, बता दो उन्हें, रोक दो इस अन्याय को।
प्रभु जी, क्या आप जानते हो सज्जन प्रिया की सच्चाई? मैं आज तक चुप रहा, लेकिन आज मुझे भगवान की सेवा के लिए बोलना पड़ेगा। आपको पता है वो कितना बड़ा करप्ट आदमी है, वो कितना भ्रष्ट आदमी है। आपको कुछ नहीं पता है कि वो कितना भ्रष्ट है, आपको कुछ नहीं पता है। आप हंस क्यों रही हैं?
कृष्णदास,
आपके लिए सब मजाक है? बताइए कुछ, आप हंस क्यों रही हैं?
कृष्णदास कृष्णदास कृष्णदास, तुम भगवान कृष्ण का नाम जपते हो, लेकिन तुम्हारा मन कोई और ही मंत्र जपता है।
कौन सा मंत्र?
I, me and mine.
What do you mean?
What I mean is कि तुम बहुत बड़े हिपोक्रेट हो कृष्णदास।
हिपोक्रेट? मैं तो बोला था ना।
नहीं कृष्णदास, हिपोक्रेट।
अरे आप ऐसे कैसे बोल सकती हो?
अरे पहले तो गुलाब जामुन तो
कुछ
खा
याद आ रहा
यार।
है?
हाँ, मैं अपने फ्रेंड के साथ गुलाब जामुन प्रसाद खा रहा था।
तुम्हें याद है तुम अपने दोस्त के साथ गुलाब जामुन खाते खाते क्या बात कर रहे थे?
नहीं।
अरे भैया, आपको पता है वकांडा के मंदिर में क्या हुआ? गौर कृपा प्रभु जी ने ब्रह्मचारियों को पिटवा दिया और उनपे भ्रष्टाचार के एलिगेशंस भी लगे हैं और उनके खिलाफ कोई कुछ बोल ही नहीं रहे हैं और वकांडा के मंदिर में उनको फिर से मैनेजर बनाया जा रहा है।
भाई देख, जो ब्रह्मचारी पिट रहे ना, उनके कर्मों की साइकिल है यार। तो ज्यादा सोच मत, प्रसाद का और जप कर, ठीक है?
आप तो कुछ बोलो भैया, आपके तो इतने सारे फॉलोअर्स हैं।
आवाज उठाने से क्या होगा? क्या होगा आवाज उठाने से? भाई मैं अपने दुश्मन बना बैठूंगा? तुझे पता नहीं है कितने पावरफुल लोग हैं वो, ठीक है? देख, दूसरों के फटे में टांग नहीं अड़ानी चाहिए, ठीक है? अपने काम से काम रखो।
भैया ये दूसरों का फटा नहीं है, ये अपना ही मैटर है। सोचो भैया, हमारा मूवमेंट किन भ्रष्टाचारियों के हाथ में चला जाएगा।
ठीक है यार, समझ रहा हूँ मैं, बट चिल कर। देख, आई डोंट वांट टू गेट इनटू कंट्रोवर्सीज, इट्स नॉट गुड फॉर माय करियर, ठीक है? ठीक है, तू प्रसाद खा, चिल कर, चैंट हरे कृष्ण एंड बी हैप्पी।
तुम मिस्टर कृष्णदास, जब बात तुम पर आई तो तुम्हें जस्टिस की याद आ गई। तुम्हें चिंता होने लग गई संस्था की बागडोर की। जब बस बात इतनी सी थी कि तुम्हें क्रेडिट नहीं दिया गया, तुमने अन्याय की आड़ में आकर इतना सब कुछ किया।
नहीं,
हाँ?
नहीं, मैंने सब कृष्ण के लिए किया है। मैंने सब कृष्ण के लिए किया है।
बस कृष्णदास बस। तुमने शुरू से लेकर अब तक कुछ भी कृष्ण के लिए नहीं किया। तुमने सब कुछ सिर्फ और सिर्फ अपने लिए किया है। पहले तुमने सेवा की आड़ में आकर धन उठाया, उसके बाद प्रचार की आड़ में आकर प्रतिष्ठा को गले लगाया, फेम को गले लगाया, और काम वासना ने तो तुम्हें इतना पागल कर दिया कि तुम शाम की कथा मिस कर डेट पर जा रहे हो और अब जस्टिस की आड़ में अपनी ईगो सैटिस्फाई करना चाहते हो। हाँ?
लेकिन आप ही ने तो मुझे ये सब करने को बोला था। हाँ, हर बार आपने बोला था।
यही तो परीक्षा थी कृष्णदास, और यही मेरी सेवा है। टेस्ट कर।
टेस्ट करना?
हाँ कृष्णदास, मुझे भगवान ने तुम्हें परखने के लिए भेजा है, तुम्हें निहारने के लिए भेजा है। जब जब तुम लड़खड़ाते हो तुम सीखते हो, जब जब तुम गिरते हो तुम और मजबूत होकर उठते हो। लेकिन स्मरण रहे कृष्णदास, हर पल तुम्हारे पास एक चॉइस है, either you are serving Krishna or you are serving Maya, which is me.
लेकिन मैं तुम्हारी सेवा नहीं करना चाहता। मैं तुमसे दूर जाना चाहता हूँ। मैं क्या करूँ?
मुझसे दूर? दूर का तो पता नहीं कृष्णदास, लेकिन ध्यान रहे, अहंकार बहुत सूक्ष्म होता है। कभी ह्यूमिलिटी का रूप लेता है तो कभी जस्टिस का, कभी सेवा का रूप लेता है तो कभी प्रचार का।
आप बस मुझे ये बताओ कि मैं आपसे दूर कैसे जाऊं?
सिंपल है कृष्णदास, जहाँ भगवान कृष्ण है वहाँ मेरा कोई अधिकार नहीं। लेकिन जहाँ जहाँ तुम्हारा ये मंत्र आई, मी और माई चलेगा, वहाँ वहाँ हमेशा मैं माया तुम्हारे साथ रखूंगी। धर्म रक्षति रक्षिता। अगर आप धर्म की रक्षा करोगे तो धर्म आपकी रक्षा करेगा। हम स्पिरिचुअल फिल्म्स के थ्रू धर्म की रक्षा करने का पूरा प्रयास कर रहे हैं। स्पिरिचुअल फिल्म्स बना।
Okay, Hare Krishna, everyone. I didn't realize how long that was. What did you think of that? Hare Krishna. I don't know. I just found that so interesting when I was watching the first time round.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
I think this is showing us the mirror. You know, it's ingrained in all of us. Some of us.
I could see myself in every single.
I am a good speaker. I am a good big knowledge. I have got nice voice. I can sing well. I can talk. I can influence people. But it's all I.
Yeah.
Nothing Krishna.
It's such an eye-opener, isn't it? It's like, are we doing it for us? Are we doing it for Krishna? Are we doing it for Maya? It's such an eye-opener. Yeah, I thought it was a really good eye-opener as well. Yeah, absolutely.
It was a very, very good video, Mataji. It was so poignant. And as both of you said, it makes you think so much, and constantly, at least it makes me question myself, that what I'm doing is it for Krishna? Is it for myself? Is it for my ego? It's so poignant. A lot to think about, Mataji.
It's a lot. It's very subtle, isn't it? It's
Yeah. And we are, at least myself, I'm, I think going through all of these constantly, really.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think today, like, after I watched that video, I was like, oh my God, am I doing, like you question yourself and, it's really, really different. We do have to think because, and I think this is exactly what the Shastras are trying to tell us that, between here and Goloka, there is all these other planets in the middle, even if we make it to the heavenly planets, there's so much sense enjoyment there that, I mean, here, if we're going to, even if we want to satisfy our tongue, say, and we eat and eat, how much are we going to be able to eat? At one point, our body's not going to be able to eat, it's not going to be able to digest, or it's not going to be able to take all that. But in bigger, in heavenly planets, there's no such, our bodies are in a completely different way. Our our enjoyment is like even much more. So how do we stop ourselves from getting into the traps and just focusing just on Krishna? And we really, really, really have to be sincere. And I mean, the last one, the one about fighting for justice, I mean, that one was, I was just like, Krishna is just speaking to me. Like, it's, like we're so ready to fight for justice, and we think, we have to keep questioning ourselves. Are we fighting for justice for ourselves, or are we fighting for dharma? And yeah, and the fame one, and they were all so interesting. I think it was fame. So the first one was respect. As we get, even a little bit more advanced, like, of course, like, especially in devotee association, it's still, you have to still be careful. So respect, lust, that one was obvious. That was like, but it doesn't even have to be for a person. I mean, in my case, mine's normally for like food or something. But how, lust, it's there in the, that was quite an obvious, but even in more subtle forms. And we think we're doing it for Krishna, and we keep getting convinced, and we keep convincing ourselves. And Maya Devi is like the mind, isn't it? Like, no, but it's she's pushing and pushing, and she's gonna push to see how far we're gonna go. And then there was greed, so many to, the Lakshmi is for Krishna, so is it for Krishna's service, and how much is going to be for Krishna's service? And so greed, like, most people know that, obviously, that we take what we need or what have you, but taking more and more, and saying that we're going to do all these things, like, if we say we're going to do them, we have to do them, because we're progressing towards Krishna. So the greed, and then the ego, that one was so funny, like he actually didn't mind the fact that someone else has got the position. But when Maya Devi, the mind messing up, but it actually was you that did it, and someone else has got the credit for it, and it's like that in the dialogue. And then he fought for it, but actually he didn't fight when he needed to fight, when it was really for dharma, because it had something to do with other people, and he didn't want to get too involved. And so these things are there, and they're necessary that we keep them in check. So so on the back of that, is there any more comments before we move on to Hari Bhakti Vilas? There's just is there any other comments? Amog Prabhu?
Hare Krishna. Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
It is a good reflection, Mataji, for ourselves to see whether it is whether we are in that position or not. It is we are seeing ourselves in there.
It's really sucks. Yeah, I know. But I mean, I was going to say to you, if you could give us some tips on how we don't get to that stage, how do we keep ourselves? Because obviously, we want to progress towards Krishna. How do we make sure that we don't get to that stage where
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Nastapayesho Bhadreshu, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavad Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki. So every day come at 5:30 to the chanting, and then with the devotees every day morning. That is first thing is first, and then later on, and the evening as well, the devotee sangha. Just as simple as that, Mataji. I understand. Thank you.
Yeah. So, like obviously even in the video they said that he was going for sadhu sangha, and because of this date he that was his only sangha time, and he didn't go to it because he was like, oh, I'm going to go on a date. So yeah, this Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya, it can save us, because when obviously the chanting is there, which is obviously causing 99.9% is the chanting, but we have to engage with the Srila Prabhupada's text. We have to especially the purports and the actual Srimad Bhagavatam itself, because all the purity is in that. So when we listen to that, then naturally our mind doesn't get attracted. Like, I think on Saturday, like I had loads of things at work, and then I just came and I just explained them to Amol Prabhu, and he was able to, like, because when you're in that situation, you don't know what you're going through, but when you speak to other devotees about it, they can give you a higher perspective of it. And sometimes it seems like, okay, that's not quite the case, but actually it gets you out of your mental trap of making your own concoctions, your own kind of, like, it takes you out of your mind basically, and out of the maya that that surrounds us. And I'm going to go straight to that, and this is how I want to link the Hari Bhakti Vilas. So like we said, this is Sanatan Goswami, so we can't, obviously this is a huge text, and maybe this is something we can go through at some point, because there's I don't know how many pages are here, but it's more than, like, it's quite a lot, maybe hundreds of pages, I don't know. It's 222 pages anyway on this. But what we're going to do is we're just going to speak about some of the antidotes, some of the things that we can do, and I think is exactly in line with what Amol Prabhu has just said. So I'm going to just go through one of the verses that Sanatan Goswami, and some of us will recognize this verse also from maybe from Nectar of Instruction. So Anukulasya sankalpaha pratikulasya varjanam rakshishyati iti vishvaso gotraiva varanam tatha atmani pakarpanye sadvidhas saranagati. So obviously we had two Matajis that went to the lovely place of Sharanagati over the weekend. So again, these are like deeper ways of how we surrender to Krishna. So in the Hari Bhakti Vilasa, these are the 6 divisions of surrender. So maybe we'll read these out, and then maybe if everybody can say something about these. So obviously we watched the video on Maya, a mind, what is going on, the craziness that's getting caused. And then, if we just look at these things as ways to kind of make sure that we don't fall into some of those traps. So the 6 divisions of surrender are: 1, to accept those things favorable to perform devotional service. Number 2, to reject those things which are unfavorable for the discharge of devotional service. Number 3, to have the conviction that Krishna will always protect his devotees. 4, to always accept Krishna as one's guardian or master. Number 5, full self-surrender. And number 6, to always feel oneself meek and humble. So maybe if we just go around, and if everyone can maybe say, pick one of them and just say something about it and reflect on it in relation to I don't want to go too much into, we can go into this maybe next, maybe we can go through some of these maybe another time, but let's just look at these bits, because these 6 things, if we do them correctly, then we're moving closer in the right direction and staying away from the wrong direction. So maybe we'll start with Gayatri Mataji. If you could maybe pick a few of these and discuss them in relation to how how they work for you, or how they help you get deeper in devotion, and where you are
Hare
with this. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I'm no one to speak on this actually, but I have one thing, Mataji, to tell about. Like I was watching a video about how to reject the things which are unfavorable for the discharge of devotional service. In that, I was watching this video about. They are saying like how Bharat, when he was in devotional service, but then he got attached to this deer, and then how he got distracted from the devotional service. So when we are talking about, we have to be humble to all the living entities on who we see, but that doesn't mean that we have to get emotionally attached to them. So we have to be like being humble and taking care, even though if we have to take care of the any animal or any person, human being, we should be humble to them, be respectful and taking care of them, but not to get too attached to them emotionally. And then that's what was one of the biggest things that we have to learn in our lives, that we get attached to everything. So they say that you have to be humble, but don't have to get attached where where it becomes it will become a obstacle for your devotional service, Mataji. So that's all I can say today.
Yeah, that's so deep. Like Bharat Maharaj, like he left everything thinking, okay, he's only going to focus on the Lord. And then, lo and behold, he then, he saw a deer lost its parent, I think, and he became he decided to take care of it. It's that's quite natural, like Mataji said. It's like just it's about being humble, but not getting so attached, because then he later went on and he had to become a deer. And I think he went to a sage's house, and then he heard he remembered his old birth, and then eventually became a brahmana, and then Jad Bharat, and then but he remembered. So it's this a thing about attachment. This attachment is very, and we all know we all have our attachments, but actually it's just, as a devotee, we should just, other people might not understand it so much, but we especially, we should create at least a boundary or a barrier, so that we're not becoming too attached. It's natural. I mean, you know, all relationships are formed on a level of attachment, but not to become too attached. And I think that's what we're being told here. But like the you know, the Bharat Maharaj story absolutely demonstrates the actual what can actually happen, the consequences of being too attached to something. So yes, we must discharge what we need to. We must do our duty. It's not like we can neglect it, but not become too attached to it. And that can be difficult. Like even in that video, like we saw, like even if we become attached to our service, and then we think, oh, it should, you know, whichever way, whatever our service is, actually, even that, you know, don't become too attached to anything. Things move, things change. Whatever situation Krishna keeps us in, we have to, and Krishna will keep changing the situations also. And we get tested, and I think that's one of the things, that when we try different services, we don't actually become too attached to something, which again, that's important as well. So it could be, we shouldn't become attached to another person, an entity. We shouldn't become too attached to a position, a situation. It could be a job. We can't, I mean, especially we can't become attached to our body. You know, the whole purpose of having an Agni Samskara is that, you know, is to detach us from the body, and the attachment that we have towards the body. So, and the only way to get through all these things is to just be attached to Krishna. It's only when we hold on to that foot of Krishna, his lotus feet, that all these other things can just, we don't actually think about them. When our mind is fixed on Krishna, those other things, they'll be there. Anything can happen, anything will happen. But actually, we have to keep our, you know, ourselves securely attached. You know, some people, like Srila Prabhupada said, even just hold on to my dhoti. But, you know, we also speak about Krishna's lotus feet. As long as we're just kept at his lotus feet, there's less chance that we will, any of these things can disrupt us. And in that respect, everything can still carry on. We still do all our things, because, you know, we can't escape them. And, you know, that's not even what Krishna's telling us to do. But if we keep our, you know, if we keep hold of Krishna's lotus feet, then, you know, we're moving in the right direction. Thank you so much, Mataji. So Swarup Prabhu, if you could say something about one of these 6 things and how it's affected your life, or
In fact, just now what you spoke about the service thing is so, again, so pertinent, because uh, you know, I go to the manor every Friday, Saturday, and I, for some reason, I could not. And then I was thinking that maybe Krishna was telling me that I'm getting too attached to the service part of it. Maybe that is giving pride to my ego. And that's the way that, again, when I could not go this weekend, and I was thinking about it, and then he got me back on the Saturday evening late, Sunday evening. And when I reflect back on it, it was his way of almost breaking that ego and saying that, you know, you're too get attached to the service. You are getting pride out of, you know, doing whatever little you are trying to do. And maybe I have to step back. And that was his way of showing it. And it was exactly what you said, Mataji. It's so, this thing, and so many things, you know. And when we get attached to people also, uh, how to, you know, but as human beings, we some of the times tend to get too attached to something. Even, you know, in the manner, a little girl comes and takes me a small kirtan from me on Friday evenings, and she plays. And when couldn't go, I was thinking, oh, feeling bad that, you know, that little girl will come. And but again, I was thinking maybe that was a good way to make sure that uh, don't get too attached to anything, even to that simple thing of, that little girl taking the kartal and playing.
Yeah.
So there are so many, but it's such an important session that what we have spoke about this evening is so this thing, because I was thinking about this for the last few days, about all these different impediments that we face, or on the obstacles that we face. And as human beings, we at least I some other times struggle with this one. So it was a very good session, Mataji. I really trying to take a lot out of it.
Thank you. And I think it's Krishna again. Obviously, I didn't think I was going to do a session on this either, but it's just Krishna. He works. I think once we surrender, that's then Krishna can work through us. Does that make sense? Because I wouldn't know what you had just
Absolutely.
been through. Yeah, I wouldn't know
Absolutely.
you had been through that. Obviously, I just found a video, but the fact that he even put it on my feed, I've never seen this kind of video before. And then obviously I was going to speak about Hari. I was going to speak about Sanatan Goswami and Madan Mohan Temple, but then when I was looking, I found this, and then like Krishna speaks. If we become attached of our own accord, then Krishna can't work through us. And I think that's why it's so important to just like free ourselves from all these concepts, so that it's Krishna's will that gets, and he will know, everything's arranged, especially in devotional life. Like, Krishna wants his devotees to succeed. So whatever, any sangha you go to, anything you go to, it will always be relevant. There'll always be something that's relevant to you. And it's because Krishna's arranging that for you, because he sees it. Like, even if you listen to anything, even in the morning, it will always have relevance.
Oh, absolutely. It will seem to be too much of a coincidence. You wouldn't believe
Yeah.
me. I was outside today, and I was driving, coming back, and I wasn't even sure whether I'll be able to join this session. But he made sure that I join and listen to this. That's
Yeah.
his way of teaching me,
It's his way of teaching. Yeah, it's me and me as well. Like, obviously, and
It's,
everybody else. Yeah.
if we tell about this to non people who are not in that devotee circle, they will just say that, oh, it's a just a coincidence, or it's a by chance it happened. But yeah, how to describe, I think it's, I don't want to describe, but when you think about it, it seems that, as you said, that everything is being sequenced in a certain way, isn't it, by someone.
Yeah. It's Krishna. I think
Hare
with
Krishna,
devotees,
Mataji.
yeah, it's because we're surrendered. Well, we're trying to surrender to him, and then he's helping us through other devotees. Yeah. It's his, even if we just read this, because it's so much potency, like if you think this is Sanatan Goswami that's written these words, there's so much potency, and everybody's going to be taking something different from it. So, okay. Thank you, Prabhu, for sharing.
Thanks a lot, Mataji.
And I really hope you get something from it. The main thing is, like, it's fine for you to go and do that service, obviously, but it's just hold on to Krishna. It's because we dovetail our affection to everything else but Krishna. Of course, we're going to be affectionate to devotees. It's natural. Even that, like you say, that girl, she comes and gets the gurdals from you or what have you. And then that then becomes an attachment as well. So that obviously, yeah, that isn't the. I think with children it's difficult, because I teach as well with the younger children, and but I always like I always still just like surrender it back to Krishna, like, and then I try to forget about it afterwards. I don't think, because there's so many different groups as well, I just try and not think about it, and then I just do. One of the ways to kind of get over that is always being in the present as well. I can't explain it, but just keep surrendering, and then somehow, and then just hold on to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. Like, our focus
Absolutely,
will be
but
on
some
him.
of the times it's so difficult, isn't it, Mataji? Because when I see that girl, I think about my daughter, who is, of course, much elder to
Yeah.
her. but that's our material mind some of the times plays with us.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. That is because obviously we have the affection, like we have affection for, but there's nothing wrong in that. It's absolutely natural. But it's just that exactly what Mataji said about Jada Bharat and the Maharaj Bharat story. It's just that's what it's just the interaction. It's there, you do it, and then move on to the next thing, and attract. And we have to dovetail. So basically, what you're really saying is I'm actually still very attached to my daughter, and that's a natural feeling for any father. So then you'll check up on your daughter, make sure she's okay or what have you. But then again, that's another attachment still. So once she's okay, it's just like you just pray to Krishna. You know, she's another soul, and you associate her with Krishna. That's the best way to do it. If you see her as your daughter, then it's still, yes, you have a responsibility for her that's bigger than that. You know, she's your daughter, but it's still saying that okay, she's still a soul, so I need to connect with her in the way that is going to be pleasing to Krishna. So you still do all your duty, it's not that you don't, but so like say for me, like it's my parents, I always think, oh, they're my parents, I can say whatever I want to, blah, blah, blah. But then when I then think, no, actually they're souls, that I have to be better, and actually my treatment of them is then better because I associate them with Krishna and I see that Krishna is in them, and my relationship, because when you're like, I don't know, I suppose when I was younger, I was a bratty teenager, I would be rude, and if they didn't give me what I wanted, or you know, it was like, oh, why, and it was just like loads of rebellionism. But now then when you say, okay, fine, they're part and parcel of Krishna, instead of just my parents, they're not just there to fulfill all my wishes and wants and whatever I want, kind of thing. And then that again is that my I mindset. And then the relationship gets better. So yes, that girl might be reminding you of your daughter, therefore it might be that you need to speak to your daughter or something, but just associate it with Krishna, because you
Yes,
feel
Mataji.
yeah, it's
Yes.
just about, so yeah, because like you can't not, it's your child. So okay, Gayatri Mataji, is there anything you picked up from that, or would you like to speak about one of those?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
What did you say, Mataji? I couldn't
Out
hear
of
that.
these six, like how one of these that's, you know, affected you, or
Oh, yes, Mataji. Yeah, I already spoke, Mataji.
oh, sorry, you
If
didn't. You
anybody,
said Indulekha Mataji, yeah, Indulekha Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
So I'll talk on what Mataji has just spoken and what you have elaborated upon. King Bharat, he was at the level of bhava, prema, stop. But
yeah.
what caused his fall down? Another thing, another great soul was King Indradimna. He also was top level. He left home, he left family, he left everything, just like King Bharat. He went to the forest. He was just sitting and meditating, and then I think it was Angira Rishi or one of the great sage, I forgot his name. He cursed him, and King Indradimna became the elephant Gajendra. Similarly, we see Bharat Maharaj become the deer because he was attached to the deer. But for both of them, they have a similar problem here. The problem is that they were not in association of devotees. If there were devotees around, those people would have reminded, oh Maharaj, you are doing something wrong here. Oh Maharaj, don't get attached to the deer. Or there will be people to take care of the deer. Or even King Indradimna, somebody would have, I think it was Agastya Rishi. Somebody would have reminded him that yes, Agastya Rishi is there, you have to bow down, you have to be obeisance or something like that. But that is also a great thing that we should keep in mind, that we should always be in association of devotees. Doesn't matter we don't get in contact, like where we live, Gayatri Mataji and myself, we get in touch, like we see each other, like I think once in 4 months or 3 months. We don't get in touch every day, but we are getting in touch through the internet, through this technology, and we are getting this association through all this. So if I'm doing something wrong and I come here and I talk to all of you, you will put me right. You say, no, Mataji, whatever you are doing is wrong. But as also we said, there are things settled in our mind, so settled that we don't even understand, right? Like lust, greed, all these are in ourselves. We have to seek in ourselves, what is there that I have to change? What is there? And I am sure devotees have got this experience. As Prabhuji said, he was attached to going there. Maybe in his mind he had, if I don't go to temple on that day, on that time, there will be no kirtan. Nobody will get to do kirtan. But that is also our ego.
Yeah.
Our ego, right? So we should not, first of all, we should not be like staying away from devotees. This association is very, very powerful. It will put us on the right path. Even if I don't tell you anything about what is going in my mind, what the lust is in my heart, and what is greed, but you showed this video, so I put myself in there, right? And then we are discussing, I'm picking up, yes, I stand here, this is me, I should correct myself. So association also is very important. And then now association, we should know, we should reject the unfavorable association, and we should get connected to the favorable association that will lift our spirit, right? That's what we should be doing. So I give opportunity to others now. Hare Krishna.
No, that's beautiful, Mataji. Absolutely. I mean, obviously you've taken it the complete step forward in that being in devotee sangha and asking questions and learning from them. And that's the whole point of sadhu sangha, isn't it? That we're all kind of walking each other home in the right way, so that the corrections can happen, but also that we continue with our devotional service, like what Prabhu said, like he should still go and do his kirtan. It's just now he's got another part to it, it's his consciousness, hopefully it will raise, and that's what devotee association will do. It will always, like you said, like even though an internet is an excellent way that we can use the internet in this favorable way to connect with devotees and have these discussions, because it's so important, and rejecting those things also that are unfavorable, so we kind of say no to them. But certainly devotee association, sadhu sangha, so obviously that can be on different levels. So we'll have like those really saintly characters, and then people that are more equal to us, and people that need more support from us. So putting everyone in those kind of in that way, we learn so much. And there'll be people that are less advanced than us, there'll be people that are much more advanced than us, but everyone should be able to contribute, whichever kind of stage and place they are at. Thank you so much, Mataji. That's beautiful. And Amol Prabhu, if you'd like to say something about one of these.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. So just was looking at the humble and me, just the extension to Gayatri Mataji was mentioning, to be humble to all the living entities. In the Bhagavatam, it mentions Mahatam Bahumanena Denanam Anukampaya Maitrya Chayevatmatulyeshu Yemena Nemena cha. So great people, we respect them. Equal people, we make friendship. And then the neophytes, Denanam Anukampaya. So just to show the mercy. And then Atamam सर्वभूतेषु भूतात्मानं कृतालयम् अर्हेद्धानमानाभ्यं भूतेषु तदात्मतम्. So this is Kapil Bhagavan says to Devhuti Mata that one has to respect all the living entities like Arhyadanamanabhyam based on their position. When Krishna was coming from Hastinapura to Dwaraka, so there are so many people are waiting. So father, mother, and then friends, Balaram, and then so many other people, Uddhava, like Ugrasena, and then so many of citizens. So there, um, he was just hugging to the parents, the equal friends, and then taking the blessings from the parents, Vasudeva and Devaki. And then some are giving the handshake, and some are giving just smiling, and some of them just giving some kind of gifts to those uh, like the lower kind of panchamas, like chandala, something like that. So just here reciprocating according to their position. Arhye danamanabhyam. So we need to be humble to the greater people, and then according to their position, living entities. So we have to, but we need to see Pranye Parismay. This one, Lord Shiva says that we need to see only the super soul. In such a way, we offer our namaskaras to all the living entities. So Pratyadhma Prashnaya Abhivadanam Mitaha. So Mitaha Sadhu Sumadhyame Pranye Parasmay Purushaya Chetasam Guhasaiva Na Deha Manine, not to the body, but only to the super soul we offer the senses. But because all the living entities are materially embodied, we need to respect accordingly. By Arhe Dana Manabhyam, by giving the respect, by giving in charity, like that. So we need to be in that position. So just a blink, a little bit of thing. Uh, Thank you, Mataji, on that one. And also one point that I have shared sent in the text messages about there is a lust and then association of a woman at the Maya about Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, 31 chapter, verses 34 to 42, something like that. So there it describes those
Okay, let
statements.
me open that. Let me just open it up. Sorry. So 33.31. Okay, 1 minute. SB. So I'm just going to put the light on. SB 3. Is it 1.4?
Third canto, chapter 31, verse number, I think 34, yeah.
34, okay.
Likewise, Kapil Bhagwan speaks for
3, did you say 3.13? Or
third
3.1?
canto,
Yeah.
31 chapter,
31, sorry, 1 minute.
and the 34 verse, onwards 34 to 41 verses, around 7 verses, he speaks on something about the association of women, and
Okay,
also about the Maya. Especially he speaks on Maya on that one.
Okay, so this one, yeah, can you see it?
Mataji?
Can you see it?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, one should not associate with a coarse fool who is bereft of knowledge, of self-realization, and who is no more than a dancing dog in the hand of woman. So here,
You can read the one, purport it gives so much, but I just wanted to only the translations. Next sloka.
okay, so this is about fame, opulence, all this kind of stuff, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. It gives so much of a thing, but just will, due to the time, just only the translations.
The infatuation and bondage which accrue to a man from attachment to any other object is not as complete as that resulting from the attachment to women. Okay, or to fellowship of men who are fond of women. So obviously, I think like most of these scriptures, they talk quite heavily about men being very attached to women. Is it for women and men the other way around as well? Or is it
Yeah, last sloka is other way around. First
the other
six
way around?
slokas for one way, and last sloka in other way. Yeah.
Okay. So at the sight of his own daughter, Brahma was bewildered. Again, I think these are like really extreme examples. I still think there is like daughterly and fatherly. That's a different connection. But I think these shastras are very. He shamelessly ran up to her. And,
Yes, they will quickly run through.
and then amongst all kinds of living entities begotten by Brahma, namely men, demigods, and animals, none but the sage Narayan is immune to the attraction of Maya in the form of woman. So again, this principle of, women being Maya for men, and also the other way around. Just try to understand the mighty strength of my Maya in the shape of woman. So Maya is Krishna as well. Who by the mere movement of her eyebrows can keep even the greatest conquerors of the world under her grip. So I think especially we hear that, women that have taken up to devotional service, this is not really that applicable to them, but still it is as well. And then one who aspires to reach the culmination of yoga and has realized himself by rendering service unto me should never associate with an attractive woman, for such a woman is declared in the scriptures to be the gateway to hell for advancing devotees. So obviously, there's so many, like we hear so many stories where all these sages are on the kind of high path of Krishna, and then all of a sudden, some beautiful damsel from the heavens or something comes, and then their meditation on Krishna is broken. So Maya is the thing. So I suppose for men, Maya is the thing that keeps them here attached to the material world, but also for women, it's the same as men. So in every way, it's still we have to. So for a devotee woman or a devotee male, in whichever body you're in, it's just literally holding on to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, because he's the all attractive. There's nothing more attractive than Krishna, and therefore, and all that attraction that we see externally is coming from him anyway. So if we just assume that everything is just a drop, so if any time anyone is they might just look at someone and think, oh, I'm attracted to that person or whatever. If we just remember that that's just a drop of the beauty of Krishna, then naturally our attraction will go back to Krishna. Krishna is the all attractive. And if otherwise, take it back to Radharani, she's what attracts even him. So if we think Krishna is that beautiful, imagine how beautiful she is, and then we won't. I remember when I was in Vrindavan once, and he's a god brother of mine. So he's standing there, and he was very upset actually, because he became very bewildered by this devotee female. And he said that he was standing in front of Radharani, and then as he turned around, he saw this beautiful, devotee, and he became, and that I think what my thing that came out of my mouth at that time was that you looked away from Radharani, and then that's when you became bewildered. If we look at Radharani's beauty, if we ever in that problem of that, Radharani will neutralize that straight away, because we can't be attracted to both. It just can't happen. Like if we go and explain any anartha we might have, lust, greed, whatever it might be, envy, whatever, if we go and tell that to the devotee, not to the devotee, to the deity, or rather Radharani Krishna, that they will remove it. But we have to cry, not just cry, but we have to pray for it. So whether it's man, woman, it could be any anartha. But obviously here it's Krishna, even Lord Shiva, the Mohini Rupa of Krishna, he became attracted to it. So it's just showing how the opposite sex is but then so the living entity who as a result of attachment to a woman in his previous life has been endowed with the form of a woman, foolishly looks upon Maya in the form of a man. So this is the one that Prabhu's talking about. It's the opposite. So for a woman, the Maya is the man and his wealth and his home and his material assets. But then at the same time, we're told, everybody's told that they still have to get married and there's still this Grihastha ashram. And so whichever way we look at it, Krishna has to be in the center of it. Like whichever the circumstance, whichever the problem is, Krishna must be at the center of it. So even if, this Maya of Krishna's, it can only be overcome if we take shelter of him. And then Maya will, the Mahamaya will turn into Yog Maya, and then we'll have then it will all be interaction with Krishna, and it will be different because she will give us, when we're in Yog Maya, it's completely different. She gives you access to a different type of, it's transcendental loving. It's all based around Krishna, and Yog Maya also bewilders Krishna and Mother Yashoda and the gopis, and so that they can have these loving exchanges. But that's very much on a spiritual platform. So but we have to overcome this Mahamaya, the big one, which then like the Maya Devi, she is Krishna's, she is Krishna as well. It's his external energy. So she's going to keep us here until we are ready. Exactly what that video said. Until we are ready, she's going to keep slapping us and keep making us fall, and until we fully surrender onto Krishna. And then we will be in more bliss. Like when we're doing service, all of us have experienced, the transcendental bliss, because we're in a different energy of Krishna's. Radharani's energy is, it's very blissful, and we will feel the bliss but it's different to what we might feel if we were going through other emotions that are more connected on a kind of bodily platform, or yeah. Mogra, would you like to say anything more about this?
No, Mataji, thank you. We have got Ramdalla Prabhuji, Mataji.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Ramlala Prabhu. So nice to have you with us today.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Prabhu, how long have you been here? Like, I don't know how much.
Actually, I joined late. Sorry.
Okay, so would you like to share something? We were talking about Hari Bhakti Vilas. We were speaking about the 6. We were speaking about. Let me see if I can put that back up.
Yes, I know that Hare Bhakti Vilas.
Yeah, we were speaking about these 6 things.
Yes.
I don't know if you can see them on the screen.
Yes.
Yeah. To accept things that are favorable to perform devotional service, to reject those things that are unfavorable for devotional service, to have the conviction that Krishna will always protect his devotee, 4, to always accept Lord Krishna as one's guardian or master, 5, full surrender, and 6, to always feel oneself meek and humble. We were just discussing these things, and we was discussing Maya in quite detail today as well. So if you want to share anything about these, we'd love to hear from you.
I don't know. It's very shortly I can present because Amar Prabhu already mentioned. Actually, these are the devotional service in the spiritual progress. To know, first thing, Anukalya Sankalpa is the first thing. We have to come to this point. Anukalya Sankalpa, even in Bhagavad Gita also mentioned, Ananno Chintayantamam. So that is, we know that. Ananno Chintayantamam. We should not think other than Lord Krishna. Actually, this is the point we have to remember that. And it is the reference also you can find Bhagavatam sorry, sorry, my pronunciation is not good because I have a restriction. I have problem of my anyway. Bhagavatam, Canto 5, chapter 18, text number 21. It was mentioned.
So, Prabhu, can you just say that again? SB 5.
5, 18.
Yep.
18, 21. You can find it.
Okay.
So, yes,
Yeah.
you can read. So actually, is a Lakshmi Devi, whatever she mentioned to the Jambudip, habitant of Jambudip, you can read because this is the very important. Just to get little idea, we understand who 21 and 22 both are important. Yeah, you can get idea. So what is the thing? Yes, actually we can go through beginning. Please read the translation. That will be
Okay,
little.
so the verse is basic. Yatas yate pada saroru har hanam nikame yat sakhila kamalam pata tad eva rasi sitam ipsito archito yad bhagna yachna bhagavan pratapyate.
That's good.
And then, my dear Lord, you automatically fulfill all the desires of a woman who worships your lotus feet in pure love. However, if a woman worships your lotus feet for a particular purpose, you also quickly fulfill her desires. But in the end, she becomes broken-hearted and laments. Therefore, one need not worship your lotus feet for some material benefit. Purport. Srila Rupa Goswami describes pure devotional service as anya bhilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavritam. One should not worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead to fulfill some material desire for success in fruitive activities or mental speculation. To serve the lotus feet of the Lord means to serve him exactly as he desires. The neophyte devotee is therefore ordered to worship the Lord strictly according to the regulative principles given by the spiritual master and the Shastras. By executing devotional service in that way, he gradually becomes attached to Krishna. And when his original dormant love for the Lord becomes manifest, he spontaneously serves the Lord without any motive. This condition is the perfect stage of one's relationship with the Lord. The Lord then looks after the comforts and security of his devotees without being asked. Krishna promises in Bhagavad Gita 9.22, Anayas chittayanto mam ye gnana parupasate tesham nityabhiyukta nam yogashemam vahamyaham. The Supreme Lord personally takes care of anyone who is completely engaged in his devotional service. Whatever he has, the Lord protects, and whatever he needs, the Lord supplies. Therefore, why should one bother the Lord for something material? Such prayers are unnecessary. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura explains that even if a devotee wishes the Lord to fulfill a particular desire, the devotee should not be considered a Sakama Bhakta, a devotee with some motive. In the Bhagavad Gita 7.16, Krishna says, Chatur Vidha Bhajante Mam Jnana Sukriti no Arjuna Artho Jigna Surartharthi Jnani Cha Bharata Sarvaha. O best amongst Bharatas, Arjuna, 4 kinds of pious men rendered the devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desire of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute. The Atha, the Artharthi, who approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead for relief from misery or for some money, are not Sakama Bhaktas, although they appear to be. Being neophyte devotees, they are simply ignorant. Later in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, Udharatha sarva evate. They are all magnanimous. Udharaha. Although in the beginning a devotee may harbor some desire, in due course of time it will vanish. Therefore, the Srimad Bhagavatam enjoys Akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udaradhihi. tivrena bhakti yogena yajate purusam param. A person who has broader intelligence, whether he is full of all material desire, is free from material desire, or has the desire for liberation, must by all means worship the Supreme Whole, the Personality of Godhead. Even if one wants something material, he should pray to no one but the Lord to fulfill his desire. If one approaches a demigod for the fulfillment of his desires, he is to be considered Nasta Buddhi, bereft of all good sense. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 7.20, Karmeshte sterhito jnanaha prapadyante ananya devata tam tam niyamam astahaya prakritya niyata svaya. Those whose minds are distorted by material desires surrender onto the demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own natures. Lakshmi Devi advises all devotees who approach the Lord with material desires that according to her practical experience, the Lord is Kamadeva, and thus there is no need to ask him for anything material. She says that everyone should simply serve the Lord without any motive. So we should really listen to Lakshmi Devi. Since the personality of Godhead is sitting in everyone's heart, he knows everyone's thoughts, and in due course of time, he will fulfill all desires. Therefore, let us completely depend on the service of the Lord without bothering him for our material requests. What a beautiful purport.
Yeah. So next one, because now the time also important, but the next one you can read only the translation is you will give
The
get
Supreme Unconquerable Lord, when they become absorbed in thoughts of material enjoyment, Lord, O Supreme Unconquerable Lord, when they become absorbed in thoughts of material enjoyment, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, as well as the other demigods and demons, undergo severe penances and austerities to receive my benedictions. But I do not favor anyone, however great he may be, unless he is always engaged in the service of your lotus feet. Because I always keep you within my heart, I cannot favor anyone but a devotee. So is this Lakshmi Devi speaking?
Yeah, Lakshmi, actually. So this is actually whatever, yes, very important way is mentioning why she is giving mercy. Actually, we always mention Radha Gokulan. So Lakshmi Devi allow anyone without become as a devotee, fully surrendering person. They cannot, Brother Rash. No one has right, even to go higher level. Even Shiva has right. Yeah, many example was very long story. Even another example, maybe Lakshmi Devi. Anyway, this is another story. Actually, who has material desire, they have no chance to have the Brajabhumi. So actually, if someone has desire, many lifetime, they have chance. So that's why here the point is how we can develop. We need good association. But if it is some wrong association, we can destroy. We are going down and down. So another maybe it's time, but another reference is very important. We have to know is a Prabhupada mentioned actually 6-1, I think 6-1-20-24. 22. 6-1-22.
6-1-24.
22.
6-1-22.
Sorry, Mataji, 21. You can go 21. 21, go behind. Previous one.
Previous one. Okay.
Just to read the first line of Prabhupada purport, whatever she mentioned.
So the fault of illicit connection with women is that it makes one lose all Brahminical qualities. In India, there is still a class of servants called Shudras, whose maidservant wives are called Shudranis.
Yes, sometimes people
Sometimes
has
people who
why
are very lusty establish relationships with such maidservants and sweeping women, since in the higher statuses of society they cannot indulge in the habit of women hunting, which is strictly prohibited by social convention. A Jamil, a qualified Brahmana youth, lost his Brahminical qualities because of his association with a prostitute, but he was ultimately saved because he began the process of Bhakti Yoga. Therefore, in the previous verse, Sukdev Goswami spoke of the person who has only once surrendered himself at the lotus feet of the Lord. Manaha
Mana
Krishna
Krishna Aravindaya.
or has just begun the Bhakti Yoga process. Bhakti Yoga begins with Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, hearing and chanting of Lord Vishnu's names, as in the Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama, Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Chanting is the beginning of Bhakti Yoga. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declares, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, kalo nasti, eva nasti, eva nasti, eva gatir anyatha. So in this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy names of the Lord. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way. The process of chanting the holy name of the Lord is always superbly effective, but it is especially effective in this age of Kali. It is practical effectiveness will now be explained by Sukdev Goswami through the history of Ajamil, who was freed from the hands of the Yamaduta simply by chanting the holy name of Narayan. Parikshit Maharaj's original question was how to be freed from falling down into hell or into the hands of the Yamadutas. In reply, Sukdev Goswami is citing this old historical example to convince Parikshit Maharaj of the potency of Bhakti Yoga, which begins simply with the chanting of the Lord's name. All the great authorities of Bhakti Yoga recommend the devotional process beginning with the chanting of the holy name of Krishna, Tannama Grahana Dibhihi.
Yes. So actually, there's why I give the reference, or I mentioned the reference. Actually, to attachment and sharanagati, full surrender, all are correlated. And attachment, anna vilashita shunna. So it's coming not suddenly, it's magical way. But if people has development of attachment of what is the attachment? Attachment of nam sadhu or guru, surrendering to guru, then we can progress. Otherwise, no other way, no other way. And if we somehow wrong attachment, all of our good qualities can be going down and down. So that's why we have to be very careful about how to make association, where we have to attach, and how to get mercy from Supreme Lord. And we have to remember to whom He can give mercy. What is our motive? Because He knows everything. That's why you have to very carefully remember this thing, whatever Parikshit Maharaj, whatever Bhagavata mentioned. So that's why always have to precaution about it. Then we will be safe. Go tripta bharanam. So Lord Krishna will protect us. Even wrong way, Ajamil did in this middle age something wrong, but at the end he saw Vishnu do. His life was perfection. And after that, what is his realization? I will not do anything wrong attachment. He did not go to his family or whatever he has attachment with the family of children. No, he go to what is it? The place to have to Vishnu Sharanam. No other way, Vishnu Sharanam. And he is going to Vaikuntha Lok. So that is our process. So if we have somehow there is a chance to have this kind of association, realization, then we can take our action. Hare Krishna. Sorry, it's a long way.
No, thank you, Prabhu. I think we're just really grateful that you've come and given us. I think you've just summarized everything like we've gone from like complete Maya back to devotional service, and especially all the remedy, not just the remedies, but the way that we can progress further and in a more deeper way. So thank you so much for that. Thank you.
Very well.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. So
I am
I think we
apologizing to other devotees. Sorry that I take a long way.
no, it's always nice to have you, but please join us every Monday.
Yeah, very well.
Horrible. Okay, so Ramlala Prabhu, would you like to sing the Shingadev prayers today?
It will be nice because sometimes I cannot articulate properly because sometimes I is not as a right, but I like to hear from other devotees.
Okay.
Sorry that I can.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Gayatri Mataji and Indulekha Mataji, would you be kind enough to sing the Shingadev prayers?
Sure, Mataji.
Brilliant. Okay.
Hare Krishna. What do you want me to lead or to follow?
Oh, it's up to you.
I want Mataji, you lead Mataji.
Okay. Srimad Bhagavan ki jai. Om Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham Narasingham Vishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Would you be able to recite, or it's too long for you, Mataji? Okay, let when we start with the actual kriya, then you start. Okay. Om Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham Narasingham Vishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Om Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham Narasingham Vishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Jai Narsimha Shri Narsimha Jai Jai Shri Narsimha Praladesho Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringam Jai Narsimha Shri Narsimha Jai Jai Shri Narsimha Praladesho Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringam Jai Narsimha Shri Narsimha Jai Jai Shri Narsimha Praladesho Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringam. Go ahead, Mataji, now you start.
Me, Mataji? Okay. Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad
Hiranyakashipurvakshaha.
Hiranyakashipurvakshaha.
Shilatankanakalaye.
Shilatankanakalaye.
Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimha.
Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho.
Yato yato yami tato Narasimha.
Yato yato yami tato Narsimho.
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho.
Bahir Narsimho Hirdaye Narsimho.
Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye.
Narasimhamadhim Sharanam Prapadye.
Tava Karakamalavare Nakham Adbhuta Sringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhingam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare.
Tava Karakamalavare Nakham धूर्तशृङ्गां ललिता हिरण्यकशिपो तानुभृङ्गां केशवधृता नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज हरे कृष्ण जय प्रभुपद गायत्री माता जी जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल श्री नरसिम्हा भगवान की जय भक्ति
जय
की जय श्रीला
जय
प्रभुपाद की जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय निताई गौर
जय
हरि
जय
हरि बोल
Hari
हरि
Thank
Bol.
you.
थैंक यू माता जी
Thank you. That was beautiful. So melodious. Thank you so much. Okay, so Vanchakalpatarobis. Yeah.
Can we all do 3 loud Haribols to RadhaSevika Mataji for kindly sharing all this knowledge with us?
हरि
बोल हरि
Hari
बोल
Bol.
हरि बोल
Hari
बोल
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
so much,
Mataji.
Mataji. Thank you for
थैंक यू
taking us
माता जी
around. Thank you. Thank you. So
All
thanks for
glories
taking
to
us
Srila
in
Prabhupada.
ourselves. You took us in ourselves. Just see what is
I'll
doing.
post those videos. There's so many of them. They're so thought provoking. Like I don't know
Yeah.
how I found them today.
No, we have them. If you go on YouTube, they are there. They are there.
Yeah, I don't normally look at them, and today because I was at home, I had some time, and
No,
they
Mataji,
just came up on my feed.
I don't look at them, but I am preparing for classes, so I go and listen to other lectures.
Yeah,
And from
yeah.
there, they pop out, Thank you.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. See everyone for Japa session tomorrow. Have a lovely Krishna
Krishna.
conscious day and night. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Vibhuti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Jai Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Hari Bol.